Well, you made it back to another episode of Why Am I Even Here? Starring this guy. So, it's been a long couple of days, for sure. Worked on Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, went to this conference with my church team called Relate down at Bayside Community Church. And let me tell you, what a time we had. Got some worship in, learned some things from some breakaways, got to tour their amazing production booth. Just send me that later.
Yeah.
Whoa. I need one of everything. Holy cow. I want one of everything that was in the room. So awesome. So as we toured it, we're like, yeah, man, this is a lot. This is cool. We're going to get all these things, do these things. And as my tech guy and myself that went, we were talking about how awesome it would be to have all these things. And a pastor that preached a message at some point, you'll get to hear the testimony on that. He said to us, with great big rooms come bigger headaches. Let that sink in for a minute. We're going to, as my pastor says, we're going to pause parenthetically. Bigger rooms come with bigger headaches. I think it was the great poet Christopher Wallace, aka Notorious B.I.G., aka Biggie Smalls, aka Big Papa. And he did a song that said, "Mo money, mo problems." We'll call it bigger rooms, bigger problems. And when you know it, we were in there and they had an audio issue and nobody freaked out. It was really cool to watch. I know sometimes for us, when something goes kind of cockeyed or sideways, we get a little, oh no, what was that? What happened? Get a little freaked out. This team legit turns around, the girl looks, she's like, looks at one of her teammates, "Is that you?" Girl's like, "Nah." Look at another person, "Is that, you do that?" Dude's like, "Nah." And the girl looked down at her screen, looked at the thing, and it was a split second, right? And it's a rehearsal, not too freaked out. It's not too big of a deal. She's like, "Oh, that's cool." I just kept on going, kept on doing her thing. It was the coolest transition into, it's on fire for a minute, no big deal, it'll fix it. Really, really cool that we got to witness that in lifetime. I know that anybody that's in the tech field of any kind, you know something goes sideways, it's a, oh no, something's on fire moment. We call it the oh crap moments. The cool thing about being in tech, the trick is to not let anybody know that it's on fire. How's anybody know it's on fire unless you pull the alarm? Like fire drill at school. Don't pull the fire alarms, kids. That's not cool. But nobody knows anything's on fire unless you raise the alarm. So it was really cool to watch. There's so much from this conference that kind of resonated. And this video was really kind of geared towards my thought process around it. But as I make plans to do videos, life changes my plan. I know a couple videos ago I said, get ready, have your plans changed. You make this plan and it changes really quickly. I got home and she's gonna hate me for this, but I'll do it anyways because I'm gonna just be me. My kid's dealing with some knuckleheads at school, talking junk, and you know the school drama that can come from people, from kids. All got something slick to say. So it kind of solidified something that one of the speakers talked about, being true to yourself. You're true, authentic, just be yourself. The voice you use indoors, behind closed doors, is the same voice you want to be using in public. So we had this long conversation. It all boils down to when you're worried about what they've got to say, what their problem is with you, or maybe it's an internal problem they're struggling with and they're just lashing outwards to be Gabby McGaverson, talking the smack. You lose focus on what you're supposed to be doing, because then you get wrapped up in the belly aches of the he said, she said. They said this, they said this, then I said this, but then they gonna lie about what I said, and all this nonsense. Here's your encouragement, and what I can tell you: stop caring what people think. Your opinion is your opinion. People are gonna like you, people are not going to like you. I'm gonna say some things you're gonna get along with. I'm gonna say some things you're like, ooh, yeah, I shouldn't have said that. The biggest piece is to always stay true to you. Case in point, it's like wearing somebody else's pants. can't wear somebody else's pants and think they're gonna fit well. You can't go to war using somebody else's weaponry. The armor doesn't fit tight, sword weighs too much. You're not trained to carry their weight. You're trained to carry your weight. Can't fight battles in somebody else's gear, gotta get your own. And now I'm plagiarizing half of this from the week, or borrowing and giving you some retrospective on what I've picked up the last 2 days. The fun thing is that you don't have to have the same opinion as everybody else. You don't. Doesn't matter. You don't have to be all the same people, thinking the same, walking, talking, looking the same. In this world, we're focused on being the best of the best of the best. We want all the views. We want all the likes and the heart emojis. We're all trying to be a 10. And I've always wondered this because I don't, never been the fit-in type. Kind of march to a beat of my own drum, or at least that's how I used to look at it. Then I realized I'm not the drummer boy. I march off beat. I'm not politically correct. I stand on the truth. The world's opinion is the world's opinion. It's not my job to go out there and tell them they're wrong, try to fix them. Just go out and stay true to you. Be authentic. Just be the real you. This video was going to be more of a breakdown of what I've kind of picked up along the way, but I just wanted to address that. Bullying nonsense. I don't appreciate it from any side of the room. If you were that cool mean girl in school that got your way because you were the popular girl or popular dude, I'm not going to segregate girls and guys. If you're that popular person and you were the cool kid and you shove people in lockers and you were the bully, and that translates into your real life, people are going to just not like you. You don't bring that into your adult life because someone said something you didn't agree with, or someone wore something you didn't like, whatever the case may be. Who cares? Sometimes those bullies need to get put in their place. Now, don't get this video confused by me saying that and you're thinking, oh man, we can go pick a fight. So that's not what I'm saying. You're going to hear the first part and ignore the second part. God has already won the battle for the world. It's his fight. You're just a soldier in the fight. He's already won the battle. You take the drama, take the fight, take the argument to God first and foremost. Because the minute you start fighting those fights on your own, in the flesh, you got to maintain them in the flesh. I can tell you, the flesh is weak. You're going to get hurt. You're going to get angry. You're going to cry. You're going to be in your feelings. Take all your nonsense to God. He already knows it. He wants to have a conversation with you about it. And the only way to have a conversation, as we talked about in a previous video, you got to talk. He already knows, but he wants you to talk to him about it. It's an amazing thing that you can pull. Prayers come hard for me for a lot of reasons. Mainly because I don't like listening to my own voice, which you laugh at because I'm making a 12 or 15, 30-minute video on this topic. There's a lot to get off the chest, so we're going to run with it. It's going to be a good week. It's Wawa Friday. My partner in crime's already out of the car. We did a live video earlier. We weren't caffeinated, but we had milkshakes, so it was a fun video. There's a lot to take away from this week, and I'm kind of putting the pieces together of the puzzle still. Go be bold in your faith. Go step out. Do something different today. If you don't like the routine you're doing, change it. I've been thinking about that all week. Changing my routine, doing something different. As I'm doing this interview process for this new job, it's been interesting. I've never interviewed with this type of interview process before, so it's definitely different. I met with the gentleman yesterday, and we get through the whole, share me your ideas and your thought process, and share me kind of your backstory of life. And we get through all that. He puts his pen away, and he says, do you have any more questions? So that's my favorite. Listen, I haven't had a real job interview in 7 years. It's been a minute. The question at the end is always like, do you have any questions for us? Anything you want to know? For me, obviously, getting ready to start something new, I'm in. I want to know when we getting going, when we start, what are we doing, how are we doing it, when a million and one questions. Only question I asked was, if this goes the way I'm praying that it does, what do you look at for a start date? What's your potential? Hey, what's the hard date that we're looking at? Of course, being that it's a big step for this church to do what they're doing with this position, they said, well, we're still praying on it, trying to, make sure we've got all of our ducks in a row, because we get one shot to do this and do this well, do it with excellence, which I totally 100% agree. If you can do something, do it well or don't do it at all, which is why I shouldn't be making YouTube videos, because they're crazy. He said, when do you think you could start? Ask me last week, I would have told you tomorrow. But after this conference and some things stirring in me, and then some confirmation from the speaker that spoke the end of night 1, question mark, she made a comment about finishing strong where you are before starting something new. Kind of blows your mind. Because in a moment's notice, drop of a hat, start right now, today. Start it right now. Finishing up strong where you are for 2 things. We're not going to be burning bridges. We're going to, go out professionally, politely, finish it up strong. But when you're finishing strong in whatever it is you're currently doing, you're starting that new thing with a fresh mindset, with a refreshed spirit, ready to hit the ground running. If you walk out of a terrible situation, burned out, angry, grumpy, and then you jump into something brand new, you're going to take that frustration, that irritation, that anger, and it's going to translate into that new thing. So I told him, hey, I'm going to finish strong where I'm at. I figure 2 weeks from that phone call or whatever. And the gentleman legit pulled his pen back out of his shirt pocket and scribbled down something. Now, obviously being the observant person I am, I saw the pen strokes, I could see the paperwork, and he literally wrote down, finish strong so you can start anew, fresh. And this guy, he's an executive pastor, which is, in their system, is the guy directly below the lead pastor, which is the visionary, the vision caster, the man, if you will. Like, hey, this is the guy directly below him. He's like the logistics guy. He's like, all right, here's the vision. This guy's like, how do we get there? That's this guy. That's what he does. I borrowed it. I gave it to somebody else to borrow. Maybe you'll see it in one of their sermon series. Maybe you won't. I don't know. It's really cool. It resonated really well with me. So I'm like, that makes sense. And as I'm going to finish strong, because 16 minutes is a long time to listen to me ramble. Have an awesome week. It is the start of spring break for us folks here in the good old Florida area. 9 days of no school. My poor wife, because I'm working. So she's going to be hanging out with my awesome kids. Have fun. I love you. If you listen this long, thanks for sticking around. If you checked out or came back, I don't blame you. The squirrel moments are terrible. Feel free to share this to your friends, to your family, to someone you don't know. Again, I'm not here for the likes or the lovey, hard-eyed things. Don't care. Until next time, it is about that time. So we'll go ahead and 86 this out. Cue that intro music. And that's not an intro. Cue that beautiful bean footage. Exit video music, or I'm just going to cut it hard and I'll be like, sudden stop. All right. Have fun. Have a great weekend. Enjoy your Friday.